Let's go for a walk and talk about the spring market, okay?
So Wes and we want to talk about the spring housing market. Let's talk about how the housing market is going this spring and what we've kind of been hearing. So interest rates, everybody's talking about interest rates. Interest rates are going up. A year ago, they were in the 2s and 3s, and now they're in the 5s, and potentially we're hearing that it could get into the 6s. But remember, they're still very low as compared to historic rates. And you can still get into a house pretty affordably. Housing inventory. Everybody's talking about housing inventory continues to be low. This past March, we saw that we were down about 30% as compared to March of last year. Where are all the houses? There's a house there. We got a house there. There's a house across the street. You guys should sell your houses. Maybe we'll get them to sell. The other thing is speed of accepted offers. Another thing that we are experiencing is that houses are going under contract extremely quickly. Basically what happens is on Thursdays, houses go up for sale, and by Sunday, they have an accepted offer. They've had multiple offers on the house, and those houses are no longer available. So they are going extremely quickly. But there is some good news. It appears that the spring market hasn't really popped yet. So if you're a buyer, there's still lots of opportunity out there. And what is with this weather? I think that's what it is, honestly. The weather is just, it's putting a lot of low-grade depression in all of us. I think we're all experiencing it. I think that has something to do with kind of the stagnation on the housing market. So what does this all mean? Well, if you're a buyer, as you know, the market is still really competitive, and you need to be aggressive to get an accepted offer. What we're seeing with accepted offers is, generally anywhere from 12 to 20% over on the list price with little to no contingencies, which I know is tough, but that's really what we're seeing. And now is a good time to start factoring in that higher interest rate into the houses that you are considering. So you might need to shift the amount you spend because your purchase power is going to be less as long as the interest rates remain high. And the longer that you wait to get into the game, the higher the interest rates will affect your monthly mortgage. So now is really still a good time to get into it before that spring market pops. But as I said earlier, the interest rates are super low compared to historic rates. And at the end of the day, if you're a buyer, at some point you decided you wanted something more than your current living situation. So don't let the market get you discouraged. I know it's tough. Hang in there, get out there, and get serious about putting in some really great offers. And what if you are a seller? Well, if you're a seller, everybody's talking how it's a seller's market. The one thing that I would say is you might want to think about selling sooner rather than later. We don't really have a crystal ball on what's coming in the next few months, but there is a chance that the market will be less competitive, and that's because of the interest rates. As interest rates rise for buyers, buyers become more selective because their purchasing power decreases, so you might see less demand for your house. And so now is actually a really, really good time to sell. And if you're a homeowner who's not planning to sell at all, the good news is that your home continues to appreciate in value. In 2022, we are projecting a 9% increase, which is still way above the average 4% increase that we have historically seen. So, that's good news for all of you current homeowners. We're at the start of the spring market. As soon as it warms up, I feel like there's going to be lots of activity from both buyers and sellers. So for now, everyone, just hang in there. I know it's been a rough spring and summer's around the corner. If you have any thoughts or questions, post them below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like what you've heard today, please give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you out there on some showings. Have a great one.